Appreciate that. General, what if I call you Mr. Mattis? How about Mr. Secretary?
Whatever.
Whatever works, right?
I'm only a nominee, right?
Okay, right, Mr. Nominee. What's the capital of Israel?
Capital of Israel that I go to, sir, is Tel Aviv, because that's where all their government people are. But
do you agree with me that the capital of Israel is Jerusalem?
Sir, right now I stick with the U.S. policy.
Okay. Do you support moving the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem?
I would defer to the nominee for Secretary of State on that, sir.
Okay. Do you support maintaining qualitative edge for Israel against all potential adversaries in terms of their military capability?
I do, sir.
Okay. Do you support a two-state solution?
I do. If that brings peace to the Middle East, I'm eager to see it work. If there's another solution, I'd be happy to hear what it is.
Absolutely. Who's in charge of the Palestinian community?
That's a good question, sir. I think there's a number of people who think they are.
It'd be hard to have a two-state solution if one of the parties really doesn't have anybody in charge.
There's nothing easy about the two-state solution.
Do you think Hamas is a terrorist organization?
I do, sir.
Do you think they would abide by any agreement that the Palestinian Authority negotiated with Israel, given the state of affairs as we know today?
Only if forced to.
Okay. I'd like to know how we would force them, but let's move on. North Korea. Did Trump tweet a red line when he said, not going to happen?
I'm not going to characterize the president-elect, sir. I would just tell you that the seriousness that he takes.
That tweet?
Pardon, sir?
How would you characterize what he said? He commented on their ICBM ambitions, and he says, not going to happen. So, to me, I hope it's a red line. I mean, I'm not arguing with him. I'm not so sure I've done it that way. But do you think we should have a red line when it comes to the ICBM program in North Korea?
Sir, it's a serious threat, and I believe that we've got to do something about it. And I think.
Do you believe it's in our national security interest to make sure that North Korea never develops a missile that could hit the American homeland with a nuclear weapon on top of it?
Yes, Senator, I do.
Do you believe that necessary force should be on the table?
I don't think we should take anything off the table, sir.
Okay. When it comes to Iran, you said in terms of the agreement we have, we gave our word. Is that what you said?
We did, yes, sir.
I think President-elect Trump gave his word to the American people, I'm going to change this deal because it's terrible. Do you expect him to keep his word?
Sir, once the national security team is confirmed, once it's confirmed by the Senate, I'll work with the other members.
Do you think it's a terrible deal?
The best possible situation we can make for America in this regard.
Do you think it's a terrible deal?
It's not a deal I would have signed, sir.
How would you make it better?
Sir, the first thing is I would ask the Congress to have a joint committee from banking, armed services, and intel to oversee the implementation of the deal, and should there be any abrogation of it, should there be any cheating, then the Congress would be kept informed on a routine basis of what's going on so that you know what's happening. At the same time, we're going to have to make certain that our intelligence services are fully staffed to watch over them. And that involves working with our allied intelligence services that have unique capabilities to work inside the country. Further, we'd put together a combined missile defense, air and missile defense capability for our Gulf allies so that they can work together with us. And every time we catch Iran up to some kind of terrorist activity, we would take that to the United Nations and display it for the world to see.
Well, thank you very much. Do you believe Iran's behavior outside their nuclear program has been destabilizing in the Mideast?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that when they held our sailors hostage, that was an affront to America?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe they deserve to be sanctioned based on what they've done in the Mideast, test firing 4 missiles in violation of UN resolutions, that the regime deserves to be sanctioned for their behavior outside their nuclear program?
I believe that sanctions will work best if they are international so that they don't cannot evade them.
Are we going to give the world a veto of what we do?
I would never give the world a veto. of what
Finally,
we
do you support additional sanctions against Russia for all the bad things they've done in the past and likely to do in the future?
Senator, I would like to get with the new national security team, craft a strategy to confront Russia for what it's done.
Are you familiar with the sanctions that Senator McCain and I introduced along with Democrats?
I have not read them.
I'm going to send them to you, and I'd like you to respond in writing whether or not you think they will be a deterrent and we should do it. Thank you for your willingness to serve.
Yes, sir.
Senator Donnelly,